This is 24th of February 2024. I welcome you to the edition. I'm talking about Saturday edition of Bystanders at Newsstand. So wet season in Lagos State, especially here in Ogba. As you can see, everywhere is wet and the atmosphere is a bit calm. Uh, all right, we have Saturday Punch at the newsstand, the Saturday Sun. Also with us today, we dissecting the topics we have on their front pages. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us on this platform. We really appreciate you for staying glued to Flip TV. Of course, I'm Mike Adekunle, the anchor of the program. Let's quickly move down to the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper, the newsstand, very, very important one here. Cost of living protest, Trade Union Congress, the CUC faults. NLC says action may bring anarchy. That's about the protest that will be going on or taking place next week in Nigeria on hardship. Cost of living protest, TUC faults NLC, that's the Nigeria Labour Congress, says action may bring anarchy. Explains why union won't join two-day rally against hardship. Explains why union won't join two-day rally against hardship. Artisans traders back protest, say hardship affecting businesses. That's what we have on the front page of the Saturday Punch newspaper. Moving on to other stories. One out of the stories here, I'm talking about Sunday Igboho. What has Sunday Igboho said this morning? Buhari not Tinubu responsible for rot in Nigeria, says Sunday Igboho. It is Buhari, not the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, responsible for the rot in Nigeria. That's what Igboho said. Yeah, Buhari is responsible for the rot in Nigeria and not the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All right, how I decided not to jump into Lagos Lagoon. This is what Kwara partially blind amputee has said here. You can see this on page 27 of the Saturday Punch newspaper. To the next one, Saturday Sun. Saturday Sun at the newsstand. Very, very important headline here. Federal government states, local governments share 8 trillion naira in 8 months. Federal government, state government, local governments share 8 trillion naira in 8 months. What are citizens are saying about this? And that's why the economic experts are saying that the citizens should ask questions on how governments spend money. It is our right to hold the government of the day or the administration of the day responsible for what is going on? Let us ask questions. We shouldn't just keep mum over these situations. Southeast governors, Igbo leaders to meet over hardship in Nigeria. Southeast governors, Igbo leaders to meet over hardship in Nigeria. Nwodo, Onwabunwa, others back Ohanese's no protest call. These people are backing Ohanese's no protest call, and you can see this on page 30 of the Saturday Sun newspaper. To the next one, Tinubu governors, others bid Akeredolu farewell. Tinubu's others bid Akeredolu farewell. Do something to reduce hardship faced by Nigerians. Cleric urges President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Anti-NLC protesters urge Nigerians to ignore labor and support Tinubu. We have different stories on the front pages of these papers this morning. I don't think we'll go beyond these papers. We have Raphael Nbechi here. Raphael, good morning to you.
Yeah, Michael, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
What's happening in Ogba? Everywhere is tensed up.
Yeah,
the security everywhere.
Yes, the Hausa and the Yoruba, hoodlums, both of them clashed 2 days ago. Yeah. So that's why police is trying to display show of power or show of force. They started earlier this morning. Even at Okera, Ogba yesterday, they went down to Okera, they packed most of those Hausa boys, causing trouble at the Okera axis of Lagos. They seized their motorbike, and arrested most of them. Then this early morning, we got an information that the Hausa youth, they wrote letter to Ogba that they are coming, Area G police station, they are coming to fight. Just imagine. So that's why you can see police taking over everywhere. They are, showing, they are making show of force or show of power. They don't fight. Yes, of the policemen. They don't fight an armed man. The policemen are armed, and if you fight them, they are going to make use of their guns. So the outsiders are scanty early in the morning, and if you look around Oba, you can't even spot one again. They have all run back to their various slums.
To their destinations.
I'm telling you, their various slums. They have all run back to their various hideouts.
Yeah. And that's why Sunday Igboho is saying that Tinubu is not responsible for what is happening in Nigeria. Yeah. Just like what you said about the Hausas.
The Hausas, Fulanis, let me tell you, Mike, for 8 years now, we learned many things we've not learned before in Nigeria. 1 is Ruga, 2 is Meiti Allah, 3 is bandit. Though Boko Haram was there during Jonathan era. It was Buhari's regime that gave birth to all these strange things and activities
in
Nigeria. The border man of a man was a chairman or president of Meiti Allah. For my life, all my life, I've never known anything about Meiti Allah for the first time. It was during Buhari's regime that we began to see and hear all these things. So what Igboho said that Tinubu is not responsible for most of the thing that is happening currently, it is true. But one thing I want to correct Igboho of is that it was during APC regime that we learned about Ruga, we learned about Meiti Allah, we learned about bandits, we learned about even herdsmen, nothing like herdsmen during Obasanjo regime and the Jonathan regime. Buhari regime gave birth to all this. So even Son Igboho's, exile or banishment or whatever you call it, it was Buhari that gave birth to that. Because Igboho was not committing any crime. Igboho was busy agitating for the Republic of Oduduwa. It is his personal business.
Self-determination.
Self-determination. It is right of every citizen to delve into that. Even myself, I can start my own now. As Nnamdi Kanu, was doing his own before his, abduction in Kenya from Nairobi to Nigeria. It is everybody's business.
When you feel that
you're
not comfortable in a particular
situation, you can just voice out. So Buhari regime gave birth to many ills and chaos in Nigerian society. I'm telling you, to be frank, Igboho said the facts.
Definitely, there was no respect for rule of law during Buhari era, right?
Yeah. No respect of law. But what I'm trying to spot out is that Tinubu is like trying to continue from where Buhari stopped. I didn't understand. Like I said the other time.
Is it based on the statement?
Based on the
statement he made.
Based on the statement he made. And again, for him to correct that, thank you. For him to correct that, he should release somebody like Nnamdi Kanu. If he's not continuing from Buhari, he should release somebody like Nnamdi Kanu. He released the Igboho. Failure to release Nnamdi Kanu, it begins to look like he continued from where he stopped. So the only thing I expected him to do when he started new in the office was to release Nnamdi Kanu.
First action. You need
Thank
to
you.
expected,
We
right?
know, yes, we know that we have nothing to do with Buhari administration again. Igbos would have said Buhari bye-bye. Nnamdi Kanu will start from where he stops.
Would that have stopped the agitation?
I think that would. Okay,
nation?
if he release.
Yeah.
If he release him. No. You see, as Nnamdi Kanu is in there now, the fuel of agitation is growing more. It's blowing. It's just, billowing up. It's snowballing. Because the indigenous people of Biafra, they are still very, very annoyed that Igboho was released. Nnamdi Kanu is still there. I don't know what I understand. And if you look at it, it begins to look like the same marginalization that brings in this agitation. So the right thing to do is, Igboho, go. Nnamdi Kanu, go your way. Nnamdi Kanu will go. It's left for him to know how he will be carrying out his, daily business, which is agitation. So still in confinement, the fuel of agitation is growing bigger, if you ask me, even bigger than ever more when Nnamdi Kanu was outside.
Yesterday, you also said it, that there's no going back on Yoruba nation.
Thank you so much. That's a man. That's a man. You see, that is a man for you. Igboho is a man, like I rightly said when he was arrested by Buhari-led administration. I said that this is the only man I've seen in the Yoruba land that has come out and stand on his feet. I think understand. Demanding for the right of the Yorubas, emancipation of new Yoruba nation. I didn't understand. I said I did not see Gani Adams, the so-called Are Onakakamfo for mouth. Igboho should be the Onakakamfo. Are, yes, Igboho should be the general, the army general, Ochiara one of where? Yoruba land. Because it is Igboho that come out as in heroic proportion, to present himself to the whole world. Yes. So say, yes, I profess this crime, if it is a crime, to demand for emancipation of Oduduwa Republic. Yes, and condemn the killings of the Fulani herdsmen. And you know that one thing leads to another. If not that the Barakwa people and Egongo were killed and massacred by these so-called herdsmen, Igboho shouldn't have surfaced. But this gentleman just came up and said,
that triggered him.
Yes, it triggered the hunger in him, the anger in him, the beast in him came out, warning the Fulani herdsmen across Yoruba land that they should leave. And they started the business. What happened was that Buhari sent after him, DSS. DSS did not end up just looking for Igboho to kill, but they killed innocent people in Igboho's compound. I said it earlier that Igboho is right. And I'm saying it doubly redoubled that if Igboho made a current statement that no going back on agitation for Oduduwa Republic, he is 156,000% correct. Are you listening to me? Likewise, what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, if you interview him in confinement there, where he's incarcerated right now, he will rightly tell you that no going back for Biafra. That's why they still leave him there. But let me tell you, when you hold something that belongs to a child up, lifting your hands up, when times comes, when your hands start aching you, you are going to bring it down. Holding Nnamdi Kanu is not the right thing. Allow him to go. You are feeding him for nothing, spending that money on Nnamdi Kanu. Bring out that money and give us. Allow Nnamdi, let us use that money you are spending on him there, because you must feed him well. Medically, you make sure that he's not sick. No, I'm saying the right thing, Mike.
Sound and healthy.
It must be sound and healthy, because if he coughs, that's trouble. So let me tell you, Mike, they should not be wasting their resources. Allow the guy to go.
Money spent on Kanu can be channeled to other
sectors. It can be channeled to me, to other sectors. At least I need money. This time around, I have not bought rice, bag of rice for some months now. I have not bought yam. So we need that money. They should allow that gentleman to go. See, the fire of it is fueling the fire of this memorandum conduct. They are conducting memorandum.
Despite the access given to him to come to Nigeria, to return to Nigeria to bury his mom, some people still feel that the DSS might invite Igboho after the burial. Do you foresee that? Do you perceive it?
That's
as well?
That's a right, envisagement or whatever I want to say.
Can it happen?
I think it might happen. You are right. Because Igboho being here right now and voicing out, audaciously like that, with such audacity, I think they will have to do so. Let it not begin to look like Tinubu is on his side. Nigerian system over the years, how we live our life here. If they allow him to go free, the North, those people that orchestrated insecurity in the North, they will start accusing Tinubu that Tinubu is behind Sunday Igboho. That's why Igboho voiced out about emancipation of Oduduwa Republic and nobody questioned him. But I have question for them that are trying to question Tinubu about Igboho's, clarity or whatever on Igboho's release. Why didn't they ask Tinubu, Buhari, to arrest Badejo? Why didn't they ask Buhari to arrest the S-man, Metiala leader, and come up with somebody, single soul, as someone that commits all those dastard crimes, all those bad crimes in the past? They did not. I didn't understand. Because if you look at what Hausa Fulani is doing now, it's like they are the one telling Tinubu, do this, go here, don't go this place, do this and that. Does it concern them? All the, punitive offenses committed by Buhari during his time, I think understand who punished him, who asked him why. Did the South say, Buhari, do you not do this? Buhari was busy favoring Fulani. I didn't understand. Favoritism. Now that Igboho is back, no matter what that gentleman said, it is his own fundamental right to say anything, provided he did not kill anybody, did not incite government that is going to take over the government of Tinubu. He said, Oduduwa Republic emancipation, no going back. Nnamdi Kanu says, Biafra, there we stand, and I support Biafra. That's why this referendum going on, I think we are going to do it rightly. And after our own, Oduduwa Republic should do something about it. Because they must hear your voice globally. Yoruba in London, in Tokyo, everywhere. They must do something about it. The link has been coming up to everybody. Link, Biafra voting, memorandum link. It comes to me because everywhere to people. It has gone viral all over the world. And internationally, we must tell the world, the United Nations, that we are behind Simon Ekpa. We support him. Biafra must be free. They thought that if they incarcerate Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, that the fire of agitation of Biafra emancipation will quench. But let me tell you, that fire has not gone down. Ekpa is doing good job in Finland. Nnamdi is suffering in jail. And the venoms of the indigenous people of Biafra are growing higher. See, do the needful. Let everything be done within the context of international jurisprudence. That is law. I think you understand. You don't have to do one side and leave the other side. My request to Tinubu now is releasing Nnamdi Kanu. His friend is around. Nnamdi Kanu should attend Igboho's mother's burial. They should allow Nnamdi Kanu to visit Igboho. At least two of them will have embrace. Because they are the two agitators, two freedom fighters we have in Nigeria now, and they are not doing bad things. They are doing the right thing. It is right for me to agitate if I feel that I'm not feeling okay in Nigeria, like I'm rightly doing now for Biafra. This is the time for all the Jews all over the world to go back. It's like they don't know, most people don't know about what is called apocalypse. Apocalypse is the Jewish tradition. Apocalypse is law. So you understand, within the context of the Jews, there will be a time all of us will go back to our nation. And this is the time. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much, Raphael. Thank you so much. Nii, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Saturday morning. I think the weather is a little bit
It's cool. It's cool.
favorable, right?
Yeah.
I think it's now our time for us to start asking leaders questions. Like we have it on the front page of Saturday Sun. That's about 8 trillion naira was spent in 8 months. In 8 months, the federal government, state government, local government had a share of 8 trillion naira in 8 months. And you have economics experts saying that citizens shouldn't keep quiet on this. Let us begin to ask questions. Where did you spend this money? Where did you channel this money? And again, don't forget that the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, said about 30 billion naira was given to each of the 36 state governors. Matthew, I say sorry, I said Matthew. Me, you have always been sounding it. You have always been saying it on the platform that we should hold them accountable. Let us hold them accountable for whatever is happening in the country. Good morning to you once more.
Thank you for having me, and I'm glad to be back on Flip TV. Happy weekend to all our viewers, and I hope you have a lovely, a wonderful weekend. Once again, that is what it is. Our state governors, who have always been the biggest elephant in the room, however, find so many, schemes and tactics to evade, the scrutiny of the people. Don't forget that the state governors who speak today are the one controlling even the local government allocation, right? Because in this 8 trillion, the state governors have collected nothing less than 60% of it. So that means the 60% of 8 trillion is around, if I'm not mistaken, is around 5 trillion. Now, why are the state governors so quiet? But we are all fixated on federal government. And I understand why. But we must get to that level where we will conscientize ourselves that in the real sense, the state governors can help us to what? To calm the tides. The state governors can actually meet the people 50%. If in your state, if transportation is going up, your state governors can meet you halfway. That means if your state governors are effective. But nobody cares about the state governors. Everybody wants to talk about the president. Everybody wants to talk about the dollar. Nobody wants to talk about the state governor. Nobody wants to push for local government autonomy. And this is the laziness and the irresponsibility of the Nigerian citizens. Because until we understand that even as we claim that our constitution is faulty and deformed, but what we have, if we optimize it, if we hold these guys accountable, we can get more than what we are getting today by 1,000%. Now, let me demonstrate what's happening. If every state do collect federal allocations, your state governors have the mandate to generate revenue. Your state governors are in charge of the land. That means they can farm with it. They can have farm estates. They have, to an extent, collaborate with the federal government on security. They are in charge of primary health centers. They are in charge of pipe-borne water. So, why are we, as the people, not calling them out on that? Ask a common Nigerian now. He will tell you that the president is the one that is responsible for water not rushing in Enugu State. He will tell you that it is the president that is responsible for Lagos Water Corporation not working. They will tell you that he is the one responsible, the president is the one responsible for Borno not having a good primary health center, a universal basic education system. Then shall we say that, okay, let us go back to that one-man rule, whereby just one man call all the shots. But that is not the case. That is not the case. Every state has the capacity to have their own well-structured public transport system. Since 1999, why, or let me now cut it short, since 2007, why has there not been another state that will copy the initiative that Lagos State is doing? And by me saying that doesn't mean that Lagos State is perfect. But what I'm asking is, why has Oyo State, the state I come from, why have they not have something similar to BRT? Why have they not had something similar to LASRA? LASRA is a form of residential, registration. This is something that is used for accountability, a form of identification. Why is Oyo State as vast as they have? Why are they not having massive agricultural revolution? Since 2007, why have we not for a day have visionary governors? What is stopping Oyo State from being the biggest producer of maize in Nigeria? Why is Oyo State not having a state commodity board? The federal government is not stopping any state. Lagos State is not vast, but it is a shame that Lagos State is having a robust commodity board even than the Niger State. It's a shame. It's a shame to all of us as a citizen. If the federal government does not have, if the federal government decide not to have a commodity board, they cannot stop states from having their own commodity board. One state can take it on its own that I want to be the biggest producer of maize, and I will have my own state commodity board. I will sponsor farmers. I will be their major off-taker. What I want to be selling to other states is my maize. Now you tell me, if a state is the biggest producer of maize in Nigeria, do you think maize will be expensive in that state? Do you think if, as Lagos is doing now, if all the 36 states have a functional BRT system, just like Lagos, because of course the BRT in Lagos State is functional. Lucky here enjoys subsidy of BRT. He has, as a matter of fact, he has, only him has 4 cowrie cards. This is how, yes, he has shown me before. This is how you can see how people loot, how mischievous, how people can just be cunning. 1 cowrie card for 1 person, but Lucky went to collect 4 cowrie cards. 4 cowrie cards. He cannot deny it. Now, I patronize BRT.
I bought with my money.
He said, but despite me having my car, sometimes I would go to Lagos Island Park. I will go and plight the blue rail line from Marina to Trade Fair. I know if I go to the bus, it will cost me around 1.5, and it will take my time. But I'll go to blue rail line and I'll spend 500. In 10 minutes, I'm in this thing. Now, what am I saying? If every state has this functional infrastructure in place, I swear to God, in terms of food, the state governors will release food from their state reserve, or they will contribute to the federal government to now share across the state. Imagine a situation whereby Bayelsa has a food commodity board, whereby they have enough fish stocks in their reserves. Don't forget, Bayelsa can do it because Bayelsa is the second highest paid FAC allocation. In Bayelsa, there are less than 3 million. But what do we have? Now the president. Delta today collects the highest amount when it comes to federal allocation. Today, Delta should be the highest producer of palm oil, of cocoa. But what are the governors doing? I am not in any way exonerating the president. But what I am saying is, if those state governors, do you know that it is easier for intervention to be passed directly to the people in Lagos State than any other state? If the federal government wants to intervene in public infrastructure, the federal government can decide to give Lagos State 1 billion or 10 billion that, okay, this one, let it go for your boss for as long as it will last. That could go for 1 year or 2 years. People will enjoy free buses or 50% discount. We all enjoy it. This is Lucky. He has 4 cowrie cards. Him, his wife, and 2 children, they all took that cowrie card to go for a free ride in Lagos Island. All because Lagos State has good infrastructure. Can Delta have BRT? Yes, but they will not do it. Delta might not have railway, but they can have buses. Kano State might not have buses, but they can have railway. Bayelsa does not need BRT buses, but they can have ferry that they have in Lagos State. They can have it in Bayelsa, whereby they have more boats from one water stop to the other. But when you have senseless governors. You understand? When you have senseless governors, in just 8 months, these governors have collected nothing less than 5 trillion. Nothing should show for it. Nothing. Let me tell you, if the governors were responsible, all the states, despite the real price of bag of rice is maybe 50,000, they could have reduced it to maybe 30,000. That means if they were functional, but they are not functional. So what do we have? The only person we can blame is the president, and we'll keep blaming him.
Despite money was allocated.
Yes, anybody who is open-minded will agree with me. But you see, the president, for as long as the president cannot speak up, if I were the president, I will go out there on a weekly basis. I will repost what I gave each governor, with a statement that follow up with your governor. Because the governors are the first, when it comes to intervention, the governors are the first actor, whether you like it or not. And it is never wrong for the president to give the governors money. But it only shows how lackadaisical the people are in holding their governors accountable. See, if you ask 10 people, they will tell you that I can hold my governor accountable. As much as people have mouths, the likes of Rafael, they come here, they speak big grammar. Rafael cannot hold Soludo responsible. He cannot. They're not born aware. Because he knows that his governor is not democratic. Because he knows that his governor is not a Democrat. But if you ask him, he will say that his governor was not rigged. That was the person we voted for. So why are you complaining? Some people came here, they cannot talk against what's the name of this guy in Igbo State? Uzodinma. They cannot speak against Uzodinma. Is it easier? Listen, who is easier to hold accountable between the president and the governor? Who is easier? Let's say we have diversity for the federal government. Do we have diversity at the state level?
The government is still closer to the people.
No, now, see, in my state or your state, all of us now Yoruba we speak the same thing. We have the same culture. Why are we timid in holding Seyi Makinde responsible? In Uzodinma village, all of them, Arochukwu, whatever they are, Olu, Oweri, they are all the same. There's no ethnic diversity there. But how irresponsible they are to hold Uzodinma accountable. You tell them they hold that. They say that is where you know how cowardly.
You should know that these people don't respect people's views.
Because people are cowards. People are not ready to take up the fight. I have always said it that until a president comes out there and show so much atrocity those state governors are doing, we will not move forward. A governor must come out and say that those governors, this is what I've given them, hold them accountable. If not, we will ask the president to do the magic.
I think there should be a proper orientation on this.
Listen, the president will not come. The president will not come to the streets and give everybody, oh yeah, take 1 million, 1 million. This is what I'm doing. No, you voted your representative. You voted your governors, right? And see, all I'm saying, I am not exonerating Tinubu because Tinubu is not communicating enough. Insecurity is not doing as expected, right? But we must understand that our state governors have the highest role to play.
Away from that, even before I let you go, Tinubu is here in Nigeria. Sorry, Sunday Igboho is here in Nigeria to bury his mom. And he has made a controversial statement again. Of course, you know he's a controversial person in the society.
And what was that?
Buhari is not, Tinubu is not responsible for the rot in Nigeria, but Buhari. That's the statement he made. What do you think about his statement?
I don't take Sunday Igboho seriously because I have always seen him as a cashivist. I've always seen him as an opportunist. Hey, wait. Sorry. I have always seen Sunday Igboho as a man who only saw the opportunity and then jumped on it just like Peter Obi. Okay? He saw the opportunity and he jumped on it just like the fake messiah, the obedience are following up and down, called Peter Obi. This guy called Sunday Igboho is not a secessionist. He's only been sponsored. He was being sponsored all through that period.
Sponsored by who?
I don't know. Maybe Tinubu. Maybe
Because now
I've
they are saying that he's working for APC.
It's possible. I'm not going to deny that. It's very possible. He might be working for Tinubu itself.
But initially, people said he was working for PDP.
I think he has a record when he was a political talk for PDP in Oyo State. Yes. But you see, I have never supported Yoruba Nation. I am a proponent and a supporter of regionalization. But I am not supporting Yoruba Nation. No. I am a proponent of, well, we have a national restructuring, but I am not calling. That's why I don't support Biafra. No.
Restructuring is what you support.
Restructuring. Let us have whereby each state or each region control, and they have the power to create more states or liquidate any other state that is not functioning.
But what is the current administration working towards that?
This current administration, well, they said
are you seeing that sign?
They are working on state policing, and that is a part of the structure.
That's where I'm going to.
But the question is, how the people act is important. Don't forget, Buhari also wanted to push for local government autonomy. That is again telling you how ignorant. But at the end of the day, Nigerians will only end up in church and be praying. Very funny set of people. Buhari even held a symposium in local government autonomy. All the state governors said no, including Lagos State. The people did not go out and say that we want this. I don't get it. Do we think that it is prayer that will solve our problem? Buhari said that would have been the highest achievement of Buhari. Let me tell you, anything that has to do with restructuring, the people must support it. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants a revolution. And a revolution will not happen if the people do not stand up. Now, some leaders understand that they cannot just push for it outrightly. They cannot push for it by fiat. They cannot push for it by veto. It has to be passed to the National Assembly. And the National Assembly has the prerogative to either assent to it or decline it. But the people are the ones that will take charge. So now the state governors have the power to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity. Is anybody holding any state governor accountable? Ekiti is the first state that has keyed into that. Ekiti today has been able to commission a PPP, a private power whatever initiative, I think about 7 kVA. Now, by next week, Abia will join the course. The whole of Aba will be on 24 power supply. All right? And this is an initiative that has started way before Alex Oti. It started under Buhari. Right? Oyo State is also building its own. I think they are building a private power of about 12 kVA. And they are going to channel it into an industrial estate. Now, are people, listen, see, I have not seen where we hold our governors accountable at the state level. And it hurts me because we are too fixated on the federal government. Look at the Sultan. The Sultan is so shameless and a mischievous person, saying that he can no longer speak to his people, that there has to be too much. The Sultan has never for once come out to condemn his own state governor. The Sultan never for once condemned Tambuwa all through his 8 years. The Sultan never condemned the killing of Deborah. Sultan is an hypocrite and he needs to be jailed.
All right, thank you so much. Very brilliant contribution. Morning to you, Lucky. How are you doing?
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing? Good morning to you who are watching me. I love you.
All right, you heard what you said about restructuring. He doesn't believe in Odudua nation or Odudua republic. He doesn't believe in Biafra. What he believes is restructuring Nigeria. And I asked him if the present-day administration is working towards that. Lucky, your take on it?
When you say restructure the country, it's a good thing. If God have made it to be so, I believe a lot of our brothers who are investing too far in Lagos locate to their places like Aba, those manufacturer, those transporter, container. First of all, they should allow port to work. Port should work. Cargo should work. Mostly southeast, or some of the northern states. This is very good, but which president will allow that? That's another question. Tinubu was the front runner who was, when he has not become the president, he was shouting that first thing I'm going to do, I'll make sure I restructure the country. But today, everybody is shouting, Tinubu, you promise this thing, you are not doing it. Say state police. I know governor will still control police. Take for example, he measure local government autonomy. When the governor will just pick a chairman, anybody say, okay, Mike, go ahead, that chairman. If you don't do the election, independent election, it can work. Governor will still control that chairman. Even the Tinubu start to, they say, okay, after all, that money should go. Governor will still collect the money. But governor fix the chairman there.
Yeah. So how is it going to work?
It ain't going to work. He will still say, chairman, I
fixed you on that seat.
Yes, now, except the way a governor election. Let them do the same way local government. So that local government chairman will have mouth. If it is PDP or APC or Labour Party, they will know they are independent. So government cannot control them. As fast, have you ever seen any state that did local government election that other party win? No. So that thing cannot work. And again, Niji is saying we should go and talk to our governor. Do you know how many people DSS arrest every day? Go and check their cell. People are languishing there. They don't know where about. They are there. It's just because we are so lucky here because we are already dead. I'm dead already. If you like, carry me. You don't like. So what I'm saying, Nigeria problem is a spiritual problem.
Are you following the word of Pastor Adibuye?
That is it. Because you cannot approach your local government, your councillor.
So it's not solely political.
When you go to councillor office, you see talk, blocking road. So are you going to tell chairman, local government chairman, say, okay, this road, you did not do it. Why this is delay? How much did you collect? Before you know, they will smuggle you and kill you. Nobody will talk. Look at this protest. Labour and 2UC organized. Today, 2UC is telling you we don't want anarchy in Nigeria. They are pulling out. Have you not seen it? So they have collected bribe. Igboho. They have collected bribe. I didn't even believe them. I didn't believe 2UC. I didn't believe Labour. But one day, Nigeria will rise up. And when they rise up, it will worse than this NSAS.
It will worse than this NSAS. Are you raising up for the protests?
Something can happen any day. Do you believe NSAS will happen? Abi? NSAS has no leader. Still just wake up like ocean and run everywhere. Just 2 hours at the end. So now, Niji is saying that we should hold our governor, we should go ask Izodema. Have you been to Owerri? Izodema has his own police. He has his own talk. He has his own, whatever they call them. The people who are agitating there, they are the people that they don't want you. People are saying you are not doing well. People are asking questions. They are using the security apparatus to pursue those people. You are not telling me I should go and meet my governor in my state. Ask my governor, what are you doing with agriculture? That is why we say we need a young man, a young president that can be able to move around. Not old man that will stay one place and advisor will be giving him lies, telling him lies.
All right, moving down to the comment section, we have different comments here by our esteemed viewers. And quickly to one of the viewers here who is demanding Raphael's contact. Okay, call the number on the screen. There's a number on the comment section which you can call the number. You'll get Raphael in the number. And someone also demanded the Lucky's number. That was earlier this week here. That was this week. This week, I can't remember the person's So if the person is watching us presently, please, it's a number you can call on the screen to get their contacts. Thank you so much. Sunday Igboho in Nigeria is currently, um, you know, celebrating his mom. Let's use that celebration of life, because you know his mom is dead. She's gone, and the man is here to bury his mom, and made a controversial statement that Tinubu is not responsible for what we are facing currently in Nigeria, but Buhari is the one responsible for the rot in the country. Are you in line
Yes,
with what Igboho said?
he's right. He's saying the truth. 2 days ago, he interviewed me concerning Igboho. I said the Yoruba leaders, they are supporting Igboho, and they believe ideology of Igboho. And I remember when DSL was looking for Igboho, they run to Cotonou. Cotonou police arrested the immigration, arrested him. And 2 days, some of the leaders in Yoruba land went there, or even Obasanjo went there. What did they go there to do? At least to support him, to help him. They released him. He went to SRB, Germany. After much talk, Emilio came in, and Igboho is back to the country. That's why you see everybody is coming for his brother to become president. If my brother become president today, or my native human being, I believe I will have mouth. Nnamdi Kanu is still in the prison. So for me, that's why I said Igbo leaders should work very hard. And when I said that, somebody called me from, I don't know, from which country, said, why am I saying that? They are making effort. I said, keep making effort. Nobody would like to die, as I said. I got to me, Kanu want to come out. It's just because of the agreement. Maybe you have not admitted for agreement to federal government. Igboho coming out to say, I came to bury my mother, and he's telling you, but I don't know what will happen next. I don't know what will happen next after burial. I saw so many burial like that, but you commit offense, but you come back, you are doing your burial. After your burial, you might be invited by DSS to go and explain. But we're all watching. We're all watching. But Igboho has supporter by this leader of Yorubas. So for him praising Tinubu, I mean, before Igboho can move from Germany to Nigeria, I believe there is an agreement between the president.
I saw him thanking the governor of Oyo State, Makinde, Sheyi Makinde. I also thanked the governor of Ogun State, Abiodun Japo. I think these are the people that played a vital role on us.
I expect I expect the governor in Southeast like that. People like Uzodema, I know Uzodema doesn't want Tekaro to come to Imo State or to come to some of these governors in the Southeast. They didn't do something. Governor has power. They can meet the president. Say, President, release this guy for us. Let me tell you, the same attention Igboho is in the same something how the Kano is the same thing. Igboho is claiming for Oduduwa Republic. He said it. He said, I will not stop. But I only came to bury my mom. So for me, what good for A, good for B.
And do you believe in that statement? Don't you think it's just a way of?
Somebody they went to his house, scattered his house and whatever, and at the end the person went to abroad, was arrested and come back again and start still making this kind of statement. What do you expect? That means he had backing. He had backing, not even Juju, whatever. He had backing for him to be saying that. Why are you praising governor of Oyo State and Ogun State? They have done a lot of work. We are in charge. Nothing will happen. I just the oath is scattered. So my own is that, please, this country, we are going through tough time. Sorry to say this. INEC chairman Moshood Yakubu is supposed to be in prison now. Not coming out to tell us 30 billion. When in the night, my sleep, he up the server. They are not telling us that election is free and fair. That man is supposed to be in prison.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have you placed the number there? Is it there for viewers to see? Okay, good morning to you. Okukunde. How
Yeah.
you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Mark.
All right.
I'm
welcome
too
to the
fine.
program again.
Yeah.
Eastern is Southeasterns. The number one is about review program on Flip TV. You're welcome.
Yeah, Mark.
All right.
I thank
talking
you
about-
to be my guest this morning, and I thank God Almighty to touch your hearts, to allow me to go ahead. May your name be praised in Jesus' name. I thank God Almighty on behalf of Flip TV, who made it possible for us to have avenue to speak. May God bless the Flip TV in Jesus' name. I thank God Almighty on behalf of Simon Ekpa, Masin Namdekalo, Biafra, IPOB Autopilot. I thank God on behalf of Oduwa Republic, Arawa Republic, and I thank God on behalf of Nigeria. We are seeing what is happening in Nigeria. I thank God on behalf of Donald Trump, America, Putin, Russia, Netanyahu, Israel. May them win what they are fighting for. In Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, that's why I cut my prayer short. I am Mr. Parademi Okokondem. In this second Republic of Biafra, lead by Mazin Namdekalo and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic Oduduwa Republic.
Long live Abaladura.
Long live
Abaladura. Somebody's calling Abaladura here.
Baba. Okay, long live
You know the meaning?
Baba prayer or something like that.
All right, let's move to what we have. Okukunde.
Okay.
If you want to complete it.
Yes, I thank God on behalf of Nigeria. We are seeing what is going on. May His name be glorified in Jesus. Because everything we have to thank Him. Now, okay, let us go.
You say we are seeing what is going on, and that's what Igboho said yesterday. We have it on papers this morning that Tinubu is not responsible for what is happening in Nigeria currently. That's the ex-president, the former president of the country. Muhammadu Buhari is responsible for the rots.
This is
in the country.
this is a true word. This is a true word. Igboho spoke the right thing. Igboho is 100% right. Maybe angels of the Lord have told him to say so. You understand? Now let us analyze his words. Igboho said Tinubu is not the architect. Yes. What Tinubu did is inherit. Tinubu inherited what is he sit upon it now. Because Tinubu said, that's why Tinubu said, I will start where my predecessor stopped. He's going to inherit the property, the ideology, the setup, the foundation of his predecessor. We are in hunger. It did not start from Tinubu. When Jonathan was there, how much was a bag of rice? 8,500 a bag of rice. When Buhari entered 2015, how much was a bag of rice? 35,000. Calculate it. 8,000 to 200, 8,500 to 35,000. How much ratio? Calculate it. A pint of Gary, when good luck was there, it was 400 naira, a pint of Gary. When Buhari entered there, how much? 1,500. Calculate it. When Buhari was there, kidnapping, Boko Haram, Fulani Herdsmen, Mentiala, rise up detecting for Nigeria what will happen in Nigeria. There was Kato Colony demanding, Kato University demanding, Kato Waterway demanding, Kato Village demanding from the same Buhari regime. Remember when Jonathan was there, Boko Haram or insurgency or bandits or terrorists were contained only in Northeast. Jonathan and Nigerian army tried to bring it down, which made the same northern elites, northern leaders, northern politicians, northern prominent men, northern traditional rulers start shouting openly, crying out on medium that Jonathan and the ELA came to revenge what happened in the Biafran War. They came to revenge. That's the revenge they are doing, which Buhari himself supported. That time Jonathan was in power. They say, Jonathan, remove ELA. You're killing our people. You're killing our people. Jonathan be a man of goodwill, a man who has listening ear, a man who allowed democracy to rule, a man who allowed free speech to be. He removed ELA so that there be peace. And the ELA go away. When Buhari entered, Boko Haram insurgents did not only in Northeast. It spread all over the North. It spread all over the West. It spread all over the world. Fulani herdsmen taking their herdsmen into farms, killing people all over, raping, kidnapping, demanding ransom, multiply. On Buhari regime, the same North now are crying that Tinubu should resign, Tinubu should step down. They are there at that time. They did not cry. They did not talk anything. They did not say anything. Now, Tinubu should resign. Tinubu should take off. If Tinubu resign now, or they impeach Tinubu, or there was a protest against Tinubu, and anything happened, Tinubu was in power again, who will take over? By constitution. Is it not the same North? We take over. Then only 9 months or 10 months, power is not in their hand. They are crying that the country is not good. But the power was 8 years in their hand. That time, was the country good? What they are passing now, are we not passing it? Even Nnamdi Kanu case was inherited from Buhari. Tinubu inherited it. Nnamdi Kanu Tinubu wasn't the one who arrested Nnamdi Kanu in 2017. Tinubu wasn't the one who sent Operation Pattern Dance against Nnamdi Kanu. In 2021, Tinubu wasn't the one, his regime or government wasn't the one who went and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. All of them were Buhari regime. And North did not talk. Now, Tinubu is a bad man. Tinubu is a bad man. Tinubu was acting on what he inherited. But the mistake Tinubu did on Nnamdi Kanu case is to cancel the case Nnamdi Kanu won. Said they should start afresh. The mistake he did on Nnamdi Kanu case was allowing Nnamdi Kanu to still remain in prison. That's in detention. That was the mistake Tinubu doing. And another one, Emiloko. He take force, collect the thing that did not belong to him through INEC and judiciary. They say in the name of Emiloko, and he entered there now, and they cannot be able to handle the situation. Had he been Tinubu was able to handle the situation, I'm telling you, they have said, really, you are really Emiloko. You have done your best. You have made Nigerian proud. But now he wasn't able to do what? To deliver, not arising up against him. Even his fellow Yorubas who beat the Igbos, who fight the Igbos, still rise up against him. But let me tell Yoruba people, if Yoruba people rise against Tinubu and Tinubu step down, power will not come back to Yoruba again. Power will not go back to East. Still, not a man will take over. Shetima will take over. Because according to the Constitution, he has the right to take over. If Shetima did not take over, then Senate President will take over. If Senate President don't take over, then the Minister of Justice will appoint somebody to be interim. And that interim will never come to South. I'm telling you honestly. If Army take over, so that there be peace, or whatever they say. See, it was not an army we lead.
On the comment section, it seems some persons are not in line with what Sunday Igboho has said. And we have Lawrence Ugo saying that who brought Buhari to power? It's not the same thing.
Yes, I'm coming that way.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm coming that way. Yes. Without Tinubu, there be no Buhari in presidency. Without Tinubu, there's nothing like APC. Tinubu starts from AD. From AD to AC. From AC to ACN. From ACN, he brings the whole political oppositions to one umbrella and call it APC. All Congress Poverty of Nigeria. APC, All Congress Poverty of Nigeria. Then they use broom and sweep Jonathan and PDP out of office. The same broom they used to sweep Jonathan and PDP out of office. The same broom they take to sweep Nigerian economy, Nigerian freedom of expression, Nigerian joy and happiness into those bills.
We still have King Joe Ogba saying that, Mike, I don't agree with Igboho. Tinubu is the one that brought Buhari, and he is now the president. So Tinubu is the cause of this hardship, because all his policies are the cause of this hardship. That's what King
Two people have said it now. Now I'm trying to. That's why I got memory relay to explain more to them. Yes,
So
Tinubu.
it's not
Yes,
about Buhari.
yes. Tinubu brought Buhari in.
It's not about the person that brought Buhari into that
Tinubu
seat,
brought Buhari in, but
to the seat of power.
to the seat of power. But Tinubu did not follow him to sit there. Tinubu did not follow him to sit there. Listen, I can give you recommendation to go to a company or any place for you to be employed, for you to give opportunity to try. But I am not the one who will come there and do the job for you. I am not the one. Tinubu have sell Buhari to Nigerians, but Tinubu wasn't the one commanding Nigeria, both military and civilian. That time.
It's in response to what you're saying, and in response to what some people are saying here. Abiabe is saying that if you bring me into power, does that mean I should be wicked? So the fact that Tinubu brought Buhari into power
Doesn't mean that Buhari should be corrupt. It doesn't mean that Buhari should mislead Nigeria. And if you watch it, Tinubu did never intervene in Buhari administration. He did not say, Buhari, you are doing well, or Buhari, you are doing bad. He fold the hand like this, watching what Buhari will do. Buhari is a man. According to how Nigeria said, Buhari have ruled Nigeria before as a military,
continue.
as military head of state. No problem. As military head of state, now Buhari could use that acute. As military head of state, what you have passed through, what you have seen, to know how to govern Nigeria. This is the mistake of Buhari now. The failure of Buhari now show you that when Buhari was in power, they are hailing Buhari, not Buhari ideology, not Buhari ruling. It was Igboho ideology. It was Igboho ruling. Buhari was That's why they call it Buhari Igboho regime. And to watch it, immediately Buhari Igboho was trickled and he went to Saudi Arabia. Buhari was overthrown. That's the same night. To show that it wasn't Buhari ruling was that time. And people hailing Buhari, he's a man of nonsense. He's a man of no nonsense, sorry. Not a man of nonsense. He's a man of no nonsense. He's a man of integrity. What happened today? The integrity of military rule. The no nonsense of military rule. He wasn't able to display it now. As I said, a military Igboho was trickled to Mecca. That is the very night Buhari was overthrown. Then who holds the power? It's not Buhari. It's not Igboho. Who's controlling? It's not Igboho. To show you what happened. So if Tinubu said it brought Buhari in, it doesn't mean that Tinubu should take Ken Buhari, tell him what to do. It doesn't mean. Tinubu did not say Buhari go there and misrule Nigeria. He want Buhari to be there to better way for him to enter. A very smooth way. But look at what Buhari did. Did Tinubu enter there in a smooth way? He entered in a rough way.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on board. We still have some.
Yeah, I am Mr. Akpara, the new Okoko, the Second Republic of Biafra. Live by Mazin Namdekalo and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Namdekalo. Long live Simon Ekpa and the IPOB autopilot. Long live Sunday BOHO and the Odwa Republic. Long live Arewa and whosoever want to be their leader. May God bless every one of us. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Omo Biafra. Ona hakwa nona. Onye ndị Rob Dubu de chente nchembe niile. Someone ekpara hakwa nona. Ihe ka n'anya ka ihe me Namdekalo ala ga-eme gị n'aha Jesus. Omo Biafra ka emesịa nọ mbọsị nta anyị gachi n'Owerre nchi n'aha Jesus. Amen. I love you, Mike, my brother. I love Philip TV.
Thank you so much. That's a cool then for you.
Oh God.
All right, you're welcome on board.
Yeah, morning, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us into this episode.
Thank you, and thank you for the peace around here now today. The evil we saw yesterday, we shall see it no more. You know, it was a very tormenting day,
in Ogba,
2 days in Ogba, especially in Oluwole. I went there to commiserate with them, with the guy that lost his life, and they made sure they down like 2 Aboki, 2 shot them and killed, you know. So we should stop all these killings in this country, right? And I thank God for life, you know. You know, I told you I'm just recuperating from typhoid and all sort of things. We thank God I'm getting better and better, you know, due to drug. It was that trip I took to that Shimawa area project. Yeah, that's what caused all this thing on me now.
We have been told to ask questions on how our governors government spend money. This is what economic experts are saying. And like me, I always say on the platform, it is not all about blaming the president. Who holds your governors accountable? The House of Rep members.
Wow.
Hold them accountable.
Yeah.
It's here now.
It's here.
8 trillion naira
Spent on them,
in
on governors.
8
Yes,
months.
Yes.
Only
Allocation, allocations that they giving to them.
to cushion the effect of this hardship.
You see, I think I've been vindicated, and there's no how. I know God will keep supporting my efforts on this platform. In that paper stand there, I'll send the message down to them, pass the message down to them. You people, stop this wrong accusation on this man. Stop this wrong accusation on Tinubu. If it is any other person likewise, they are challenging wrongly like that, I will still support, because I always want justice. I always want rights, things to be done. So, and you can't blackmail me, you can't bully me, you can't cajole me with stipend and say I should change my conscience. I will never do that. Instead, if you want to hold your stipend, hold your stipend. But I will stand by the truth I'm coming out for. I've said it all over and over. Let's even start from the councillor. Let's even start from the local government chairman. Let's start from the constituency members. That's the House of Rep members. They have constituency allowance they give them. They have constituency money they give them to go and, impact one project into their constituency. Are they accountable? You see, I can't say I'm so sad to belong to this generation of Nigerians youth. I can't. They are so deformed. Majority of half of Nigerian youth are deformed. And it's so saddening that people that are ruling you, people that are supposed to be your servants, right? They are lording themselves over you. And how did I mean? Democracy is all about what? It's the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Are the people participating in the democracy? Are the Nigerian citizens, are they participating in the democracy? It's just to come to bystand and start, hatred, start creating insults, start abusing, is this the kind of youth we are going to have to liberate ourselves? No. Back to the governors. An average governor now, every governors, majority of the governors are pocketed the House of Assembly members. And those are the people that can deal with them. Those are the people that can dethrone them. Those are the people that can impeach them. But they've pocketed them. They are the ones that will provide the speaker. It's the governor that will provide his preferred candidates as speaker. So if we can break that jinx, right? If we can break that jinx of detaching the House of Assembly, detach them apart from the governors, I think there was their secrets, and we'll be able to tame all the, irregular misappropriation of funds they've been having. The governors, they are like Alpha and Omega in Nigeria today. And what is there is they are the coordinator of the parties. When the election is about to, it's the governor that will coordinate the president supporters, that will deliver, the canvas for him to mobilize people. So, but when politics is over, you need to eating the ground running and, go into action just to alleviate the suffering of the masses. But they're looking towards that way. You could see what happened during the EndSARS then. All the governors, they locked up foods that they removed for them to distribute to the masses in the silos. All the silos, all the warehouses, they went to lodge the food there, and they printed their different names just to use that food to campaign for the oncoming election then. So what kind of country are we, for God's sake? What kind of people are we? And I was telling someone
leadership failure.
Leadership failure. But those leaders, where did they get them from? They didn't import them from Moon. They didn't import those leaders. It's from we. It's from we masses. It's from the we masses. The leaders are rising. So they didn't come just jump from Moon. And I keep telling people there was a guy that come here, Tinubu is not doing, Tinubu is not. Right there, somebody said he gave him a contract to do. He introduced somebody to him and he made the money. He could not get back to the guy that, okay, oh, this is your own stipend out of your, until he was saying it, that guy now caught him. You know, I'm the one that introduced that guy to you. Do you pay return for me? Do you get me my cut? I was now looking at him. He's a close friend of mine. You see yourself. Maybe you are talking Tinubu, Tinubu is this. Tinubu is not Nigerian problem. Tinubu is just trying to do his own bits to correct the wrong and to let the masses know it's on their side.
And his policy is not affecting
the policy, right? The policy, my brother, is not for our generation. The policy is implementing now.
For the unborn generation?
It may sound very frightening. It's not for our generation because the decay in this country. You are in this country now.
This generation needs to enjoy the dividends of democracy.
They may enjoy it.
You don't want me to enjoy?
No, I'm saying. Did they enjoy under Obasanjo? Did they enjoy under Jonathan? Nevertheless, it's not even the proper enjoyment they're supposed to have. They were having under those, governors. You could see the corruption that went under President Obasanjo. You could see the corruption that went down under Jonathan. You could see the old Sanusi came out that $20 billion was missing in in oil accounts, or what's it called? Oil reserve accounts. Sanusi said it. Yeah, I mean, I wonder why, if you are saying you did not follow up that town hall meeting they had, because I always follow history and I always mark out my history when that's just for future, when it will require for me to explain how did I get this information. So that's why I don't just come and talk on the phone. I will have my facts. So if you want to challenge me, I'll bring out my fact for you. Sanusi said $20 billion was missing in ESCO account, or ESCO accounts. And that was how they quickly sacked Sanusi. They quickly sacked him. So is it just debris? Is it Tinubu that moved those money? The money that generation upon generation supposed. You see, one thing I just know is, once there's a hatred in the land among the tribes, once there's a religious bigotry, once there's religious differences, the country needs to work hard to make, to build a common goal. Because, sorry.
Continue what you're saying.
So it's so saddening. It's so saddening, Michael, that we found ourselves to where we are today. And you can see 8 trillion naira distributed to the governor, allocated to the governor in 8 months. They can now account for it. I think EFCC, that's the man in charge of the EFCC, who should start hunting them one by one. They can be prodding them when they are still on seat, but immunity cover them. Then let's assume immunity. Some are not going for second term. And there are some states that are running by election now. They can tame those governors that are not going for, and the past governors too. They can tame them and let them be answerable to every penny of Nigerians they have been squandering, because this country belongs to every one of us. And I was still saying something. I came with that agenda that constitution that we are having is a deceptive constitution. It's a constitution that can never work. Any masses that is complaining now will complain till they go die, because that constitution does not favor masses. It only favors the headlights and the what's it called? What will I call them? I don't want to misuse words here, so that it won't be that I'm diffaming. Those guys, they don't want to be our leader for now, because the constitution they are working on is a fake constitution. It was a constitution, it was a colonial constitution they gave to Nigeria. And during 1999, before prior to Obasanjo coming into government, the Abdul Salam and co, they put some others, to add up to the constitution. That is what we are using. That's why they call it what's it called? The colonial and military constitution is what we are practicing. We are following now. Colonial constitution and the military constitution is what we are following now, and we can never favor any single masses. But when they are just ranting, I'll look at them. This is what is on your constitution. Your constitution, there is no space for you masses to enjoy this country.
Thank you so much, Kunle. The burial ceremony of Igboho's mother is going on today.
Today, where is that? Where is that? In Ibadan.
And,
Oh, I
don't
wish.
let us forget Akeredolu as well.
They're
Governors.
yeah. Is it remembrance they are doing for?
Akeredolu.
Yeah, they are burying him today.
Yeah.
Final burial. Oh, wow. Why? It's just because I'm strong that I will have just sponsor myself to. Those are the people I really respect. I really man. Akeredolu laid a very, very good legacy for this country, especially for the Yorubas. If not Akeredolu, they will have finished all the X-Men will have finished all the Yorubas in their farms, in their homes, everything. But Akeredolu went through the way to disobey, to respect what's it called, Buhari, that he should not form what? And the Malami, that where is that Malami? That Malami that's supposed to be in jail now. And that Malami was telling him, where were you when I became the chairman of the Nigerian Nigerian Bar Association? Where were you when I was in law school? I mean, you could see the country, the way the country is. Some people believe they have the monopoly of governance. Some people believe they have the monopoly of rights. We are all one. We are all equal. Then you now, create a place of, say, you are superior to others. What kind of nonsense is that? We are saying it, and I'm saying it with all my heart. Nothing can happen to me because I'm saying the right thing. It's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. We need to start liberating ourselves little by little because no man is an island. No man is an island.
All right, thank you so much, Kunle. I appreciate you.
I'll rush somewhere.
You're rushing somewhere. Just wait a bit. Morning to you, Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Mark Adekunle.
All right, Matthew Oluku, welcome on by Standards at News 10. Buhari, not Tinubu, responsible for riots in Nigeria, says Igboho. He's simply saying that Buhari is the brain behind what we are facing in the country and not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And people are wondering why Sunday Igboho will be saying this at this point in time.
I think he's already playing politics.
He's already playing politics.
Because you understand what power can do. He saw how Buhari used power against him. And it's like when you saw Ireno Mokri speaking all the way from United States of America, the praises of Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We all knew why he wanted to visit Nigeria. Because all through 8 years of Buhari, Ireno Mokri could not visit Nigeria because he was a major critic of that government. Now, Igboho is back. We understood what he stood for about the essence of the headers in Ibadan and Yoruba land generally. I salute his effort then, but coming back to start apportioning blame, who is responsible, who is doing well, I think he's already playing politics.
Already playing politics, that's what Matthew said. Yeah, Igboho should be very, very careful. People are watching.
No, you have right to play politics.
He has right to play politics.
But you should decide what to do. Is he policy he want to play, or he want to continue the agitation?
No, he said there's no going back on getting.
But by the time you start singing praise of the president, nobody will want to take you serious when you talk of Yoruba nation.
He's been diplomatic now.
Diplomacy is good, but not to that extent.
Not to that extent.
He should let people know where he stands. That's what I'm saying.
All right, thank you so much. On to the next one. Federal government, states, local governments share 8 trillion naira in 8 months.
What a coincidence! 8 trillion in 8 months.
8 months. Okay, 8.
But let me tell you that it would have been a good. Yes, it would have been a good omen. But the problem is the one that accrues to local government, they are not getting it. Over the years, local governments have been suffering in Nigeria. That's the last tier of government. Apart from Rivers State under Wike and Jigawa State under the last governor of that state, according to Noge, every other state in Nigeria misappropriates funds meant for the local government. We saw the climax in a particular state. I wouldn't want to mention the name, where all the local government chairmen filed out to criticize how the governor or the state government is usurping and misappropriating funds meant for the local government. As at the last count, we understand that the particular chairman that led them have been impeached and is under prosecution, while the other other local government chairmen quickly rushed to the governor to start doing a mabinu by way of prostrating before the governor. So is that bad? By the time you are sharing this money, and the one that is supposed to come to local government is not coming. So what is it? Is the purpose not being defeated? Is the aim not being defeated? And nobody's asking questions. Everybody's singing praises of the governors, of the president, and all that. Just like you said, a Sunday Igboho is already singing praises of the president. So for me, I think Nigerians' suffering have not started, because until Nigerians start agitating for their rights, look at what is happening with NSC and TUC.
Do we have any rights?
We do.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So why are Nigerians not holding?
That's why I say until Nigerians start agitating for their rights. Look at what's happening with TUC and NSC. You can imagine a TUC backing out of a supposed protest. Protest does not mean anybody is against the government. Let's get it right. If you come out to protest, so long as you do it under the ambit of the law, you are not allowed to destroy properties. You are not allowed to destroy life. Just file out on the street, register your displeasure, let government know why you are not comfortable, and the government will address it. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, like what some people are saying that TUC may have been bought over. I don't know. I don't have the details. But what I'm saying is, it is wrong for TUC to say protest at this point will lead to anarchy. Which anarchy? Are they saying if they go on protest, they are going to be violent? Are they envisaging people hijacking it? Is the police not there? Is the duty of the police to protect people when they are protesting? If there's any protest that is genuine, personally, I will join. But it must be within the ambit of the law. It must be non-violent, because it's an instrument in the hands of Nigerians to register their displeasure when there's an obnoxious trend going on in Nigeria like we can see.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Let's quickly have. Okay, let's have him first. Sorry, Michael. Morning, sir. Okay, let me bring it down a bit. How are you doing, sir?
I'm cool. I'm fine.
Okay. Here your contribution on what we are saying, the state of the nation, economic hardship in the country. I know that's what you want to say, right?
Yes.
All right, your own take on it. Is the administration doing well for Nigerians?
Well, from my own understanding, Tinubu is doing well. He's doing well. I support him. I support Tinubu.
He's doing well.
He's doing very, very, very well.
Ironically, or you're just...
I'm happy.
Happy?
Yes, he's doing well. You know what I say he's doing well?
Okay.
This country doesn't like truth. It doesn't like truth. How can someone... Let me use myself as an example. I'm a businessman.
Okay, sir.
I believe in buying and selling. And the businessman, when he bought this phone, 1,000 naira, he would like to sell it 1,500. Is it not so? Tinubu is a politician. Let me just use it that way. How can someone use money, buy the whole Nigeria? He's in business. Like I said, I'm a businessman. He's in business. Nobody should question him. That's the only election I see he spent money. Not even money, billions to get that power. Allow him to recover his money.
He has to recover his money.
Yes, he's a businessman. Let him recover his money. Let him recover his money.
Which money?
Okay, when Tinubu give you 20 million naira, collect. He give you 20 million, collect. He give you 20 million, collect. He give you 20 million, collect. He collect. So he's a fool. He recover his money. I support him to recover his money. Because, let me use Obi as an example. Obi say, I don't have money to share. I'm here to serve Nigeria. He doesn't have a godfather. He doesn't have a godfather. If so be the rule now, this thing be like this. My brother go follow Bitamo. I go follow much go and sort of say, this is not what he promised us. This is not what he promised us. But he doesn't have a godfather. Tinubu spend money for this election. Let him recover his money. Tinubu, recover your money. I support you as Igbo man. And I wish you the next tenor. We are going to see the end. Because he spent money. Let him recover his money. Tinubu, I love you. Lead us where? Lead us where? Let him recover his money. Recover your money. Nobody should complain. Like this, they said they want to do protest here in Lagos. I will not go. So I no go. I no go involve myself. I will not go. I will just sit down and watch him.
Is it because of the warnings by the IPOB?
No. I said they want to do protest. Things too high.
Leaders.
They said they want to.
Saying you won't go out there to protest.
Yes, because it's okay. No, not like hardship. Oh.
You're not feeling the heat?
I'm not feeling the heat. Before my tummy is in, but now it's coming out. I love it. I love it. I love Tinubu so much. Let us lead us well. I love it. Believe me, to be sincere, I'm not angry. The way things going, I love it. Nobody should complain. Nobody should complain. Nobody should complain. Say Tinubu is not doing well. He's doing well. Let us support him.
Somebody is saying Operation recover your money.
Eh?
Somebody here, that's one of our viewers, Zakari, is saying Operation recover your money. That's what is happening now. You started it. You said Tinubu recover your money.
Recover your money. Oh. He spent money a lot. So nobody should complain. Nobody should complain. I said it before. I said I'm a businessman. When I bought this phone, 15,000 naira, at least I would like to sell it 18,000 or 17,000. Not be so. So Tinubu spend money for election. Let him recover his money. Nobody should complain. If Son Obi enter, example now, as he doesn't have a godfather, my brother go match Abuja. So this don't promise us. Because he don't spend money. Nobody should. He don't spend money.
Is this what Tinubu promised you?
My brother, Tinubu spend money.
Did he promise you hardship?
There's no hardship in Nigeria. That's no hardship. I'm not feeling it too. No hardship. Anything again? No hardship.
Right,
it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just a money. After you never reach, people they complain.
I want to talk to Mr. Taiwo. They say it already. I will come now. With the round up now. Just tell us. You know the office.
How much? 8 billion.
Okay.
How many Nigeria take? How many we take? That's spending kind of money.
Governors are giving money.
God have mercy on them. God have mercy on them. If I tell them I'm happy, I'm a liar. I'm not happy. What is going on? I'm not happy. Sincere.
Why is only 200,000?
I'm not happy. Let's pray to God. Let God take their mind. Let them pray to God. People are suffering. I'm sincere.
I understand
Let's pray to God. Let God take their mind. That's the area I'm going to. I'm not happy. I just want to do that in the other side. Let's not touch them.
The thing will go viral.
Let them remember they call. People are suffering. Crying. Thank you. God bless you.
What happened again? I think it's there.
No, not
Continue.
Sound okay now. Michael. That's talking about economic hardship in the country. Inflation, yeah. We have the federal government, state government, local government, uh, having share of 8 trillion naira in 8 months. 8 months. This is what is written here. And economic experts are saying that the citizens don't need to keep quiet. You don't need to keep mum. You need to ask questions. This money is not meant for the governors alone. It's meant for the citizens of the country. What's happening? What happened to the funds?
The questions we are going to ask is just like what we are talking about now. We just deliberate it. We don't discuss it. We don't know how a lot of people whom we believe they are activists of note or civil society organizations of note who are supposed to be trailing or question how the governor spent this money. But unfortunately we are not seeing those sort of things in place. It wasn't like this before. You see lawyers coming out, you see people, intellectuals, professionals, coming together as a group, and are interested in finding how respective governors run the affairs of their states. Well, we are not seeing that now. The only thing we can say is just like we are just talking about it now, and maybe somebody somewhere sitting down will look at it and say, okay, maybe we'll do something, maybe we'll try to ask questions, maybe we'll go, because you see, because of the system has actually kept people down, to the point that you do not have that intellectual capacity to reason beyond their jurisdiction as a result of poverty, as a result of, psychological warfare, being thrown to you by the policies of the government to impoverish the people, so that, people will not stand up against certain things they are not comfortable with. Look at the way the protest is going now. It looks as if now the thing is just, going like it's going to die down at the end of the way. Yes, it's going to die down at the end of the way. These are some of the things, government like.
You already have to use exchanging words with NLC.
Yes, these are some of the things.
It might bring anarchy.
See, bro, that's what I'm telling you. Patriotism, institutionalization, very important. Yes. The kind of institutions that gave birth or bred leadership is another thing. That's why I come to understand that Nigeria is about conspiracy and corruption. Once you have that in your cadre, you fly with it. That's just the truth. I remember some time ago on this platform, I told you that this thing is not going to fade away. It's something we're going to live over and over and over again until revolutionaries of like minds come together and said, we want a stop of this. I told you about restructuring. If they're not going to do that, forget anything, how, one is going to fight for the looting that has been there for over 160 years. Remember, in 1999, when Obasanjo came into power, and Nihu Ribadu, the current NSA, yes, happens to be, yes, the AFCC chairman. And there was this group of activists, civil society organizations, that wanted a thorough probe, from when Nigeria got independent, when they became a republic, till, when the transition to democracy happened. And if you look at the report of that finding, I think that was that report came out either the end of Obasanjo's first or beginning of his second tenure. And if you look at that report, the whole 36 governors were indicted, including the presidency. And they say that the money they have looted in Nigeria is enough to build Africa. That is just it. So if you are talking about 8 trillion to governors and all of a sudden there's nothing to show about it, is a trend. It is built on conspiracy and corruption. So it will continue until these factors are being put in place. That nobody's going to come and say, okay, I'm going to do this. You say, okay, it's because he's your brother, or it's because he's your sister, or because you people have political affiliation, or you people have the same ideology. But you understand what I'm trying to say? Then based on that, that will form the justification. Either we are going to move forward or backward. That is just it.
The federal government still believe that Tinubu's reforms, are yielding positive results. Is it true?
In their own wisdom, like I always say, there's a lot of things. When you look at the elite class, the class of people in the society, this kind of policy is a big threat to the lower class.
It's not favorable.
But if you look at it from the professional, the intellectuals, they will look at it that it has a short and long-term positive effect. But what will make it look like that is, do we have such infrastructure that will accommodate all while we wait patiently to see the fruitfulness of those policies? That's another thing. But if those indices are not there, of course, a common man on the street is not going to believe anything. Because everything about the common man, he struggles every day to get 3 square meals in a day. While the average class are believed to be, self-employed, comfortable, or employed. Then the elite class, the political class, the looter that doesn't want to jabber anywhere, you understand? Those are the people that will come and tell you that the Tinubu's policies have a long-term positive effect, will have a long-term positive effect once it begins to manifest. That's another angle of it.
All right, before I let you go, is there any advice you want to give to Sunday Igboho? Now that it's in Nigeria, we need to go.
I think Sunday Igboho is trying to bring in culture and tradition.
Culture and tradition. Okay.
And what he's trying to say, from the Yoruba perspective, that's the way I see it. I think it's a little bit, trying to, find a kind of political atmosphere. That is one. Two, and it is making some people to believe that Tinubu might have been behind his freedom.
That's what he...
No, I'm not telling you, but for somebody like that who has succeeded, in telling the whole world that there is no need of this marriage, let me put it that way, marriage of Lord Lugard in 1914, that it was a pure fraud. And for this reason, the Yoruba nation need to move away from this contraption. That is
it's still the same person that is saying do not abuse Tinubu.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm trying to get it now that maybe Tinubu was behind his freedom and it's time for him to kind of reciprocate. Or
it's kind of conspiracy going on, right?
No, he might not look at it. That's why I said his utterances lately, about Tinubu's administration policies, it has to do with culture, tradition, and a bit of, trying to bring in a kind of political atmosphere.
And don't you think this will die down the agitation for
Yoruba nation? That is the problem. That is why I'm having deep reservation now against Igboho himself. At no point would he have made such statement, either negative or positive. You should consider, himself an agitator and somebody who wants justice. That is just it. But for him now, I think that issue of Yoruba agitation, Odua nation, is a little bit compromised because not a lot of people will see him, as genuinely
a genuine agitator
Yes.
or freedom fighter.
Yes. You understand? These guys know what they are doing. Tinubu has been there for over the years. Just because somebody from the north said that their people are dying and he will not be held responsible as a traditional ruler.
And what do you think will be running through the minds of his followers? People that believe in him.
At this point now, most of them will be biased. Yes, most of them will be discouraged. I don't know how he's going to come up, with another theory at the end of the day.
Definitely, the division is divided.
No, yeah, consciously,
okay.
within them, they'll be that. Is this guy for us or against us? Let me give you, for instance, from the day the IPOB came to limelight, from the day Masop came to limelight, from the day Nnamdi Kanu went viral, with just ordinary mic, he knew that Nigeria is a complete fraud and there's no way forward. Till date. And when the likes of Sowore them are talking, you see from that angle that actually, from what is happening in Nigeria need to be restructured, or we simply, without fight, go our separate ways. Somebody from the north said it, that after all, the Boko Haram, the Fulani herdsmen, are fighting for their caliphate. A top politician in this country. A politician that have so much influence. He said it. So, I think, so at this point now, Sunday BOHO should come back and be able to review, either he's going to politics or he is going for, what we know him for.
All right, thank you so much, Michael. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And the viewers, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us on today's edition of this program. For those who are commenting, I really appreciate you. And I observe, a serious decorum on the platform today. Now on the side of the reviewers and the viewers, I really thank you for making the job easy for me. Thank you so much. And for those who are demanding some person's contact, if you can't find it yet, because I can still see some people saying that they don't have social person's contact, let me quickly call this line for you to reach them. Call me on 091 27 42 0575. I repeat, 091 27 42 0575. If you need any information, call that line. Thank you so much, viewers across the globe. We'll be seeing on Monday at the newsstand again. Michael Adekule remains my name. Don't forget to stay cool, stay in peace, stay safe. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.